So as a small medium enterprise, there is really no excuse why you cannot offer retirement benefits for your employees. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Escapes and Money Adventures with TK. Now in today's video, I'm very excited because I am celebrating 4 months since doing this freelancing, self-employed business entrepreneurship thing. And I will have you know, it is quite an adventure. I was gonna say a challenge, but it's an adventure. From juggling invoicing to sending quotations to pricing, the right pricing, to finding the right talent to work with you, because you can't be a jack of all trades and master of all. So I'm very excited to be 4 months in full time, and I am learning a great deal on this journey. It is really quite an exciting journey that I've embarked on. So what I've realized since formally being in this space for the last 4 months is the employee value proposition is really quite a differentiator. What I mean by that is, okay, we have a lot of graduates that are out there, but to find the graduate with the right qualification, the right mindset, the right attitude, the right drive and willingness to learn is really quite an extreme sport. And I think all the small, medium enterprises can relate to this. So the landscape, the employee landscape is really quite competitive. It then means that if I see somebody I like who works for a certain friend of mine or a certain employer, I want to poach them, because we need that kind of attitude, because you need to grow the business. But what that means is, how do I then differentiate myself as an employer? And for me, the one thing I've learned, and I've written an article on this as well, is small, medium enterprises really need to be thinking about offering employee benefits. What are employee benefits? It's basically a unique or a differentiator from an employee value proposition. Why should this particular employee come work for you? What makes you different? Because we all offer a salary. I can offer maybe 500 Rand more than my next colleague, but what makes the employee want to work for me? What benefits beyond the salary can they enjoy working for me? A typical example can be medical aid. And I know employers will be like, oh my goodness, TK, you know how hard the landscape is. We cannot afford to do that. But there are solutions available for low cost, affordable medical aid that I will not get into the details thereof in this particular video. The second one is risk benefits. So say, for example, your employees work for you and you offer maybe a group life policy, or you offer a funeral benefit should their loved ones pass away. That already differentiates you from the other employer. The third thing that you can be thinking about is retirement benefits. And a lot of people know I'm a big advocate for retirement planning. So gone are the days where small, medium enterprises will say we cannot afford to have our own retirement funds. Because why? In 2019, the government of Lesotho enacted, finally, after many years, the Pension Fund Act number 5 of 2019, and then in 2020 the pension fund regulations were enacted as well. So this means that for a while, in the Lesotho context, we've been operating without a specific legislation that governs how pension funds work. This then means that we've been relying on the Income Tax Act, we've been relying on the Insurance Act to govern pension funds, and pension funds are quite complicated, but I'm going to try to simplify it. So there are different types of pension funds. There's a provident fund, there is a pension fund. In the Lesotho Act, a pension fund, a member, when they retire, they are able to withdraw 1/3 of the benefit as a lump sum, and the 2/3 are paid as an annuity, or what we call a pension, which is a salary that you receive post-retirement. In a provident fund, in the Lesotho context, when you retire, you are able to cash out the entire benefit as a lump sum. Cool. There's also what we call a defined contribution and a defined benefit. I'll speak about the defined contribution because that's the more popular one. Defined contribution is where an employer and an employee contribute jointly towards the benefit of the employer, the retirement funds. So small, medium enterprises previously used to say we cannot offer retirement benefits to our employees. And I spoke about employee benefits. Gone are those days because, yes, traditionally we used to have standalone funds where traditionally a big corporate will set up a fund for the employees, contribute, appoint a board of trustees, appoint an investment manager to look after the investment strategy and the likes. So now we have what we call umbrella funds, which are a game changer specifically for small, medium enterprises. An umbrella fund literally is an umbrella. So under an umbrella, we have multiple employers that can participate irrespective of the industry, irrespective of the type of business you are in, irrespective of who you are. So for example, as TKO Consultancy, I can join an umbrella fund if I have a big enough employee benefits. What this allows me to is, one, the costs are reduced significantly. I mean significantly. Oh my goodness. Because why? There's economies of scales. The more employers that are under the umbrella, the more we lower the costs, because we share the cost equally as the participating employers. Secondly, there's one board of trustees that oversees the umbrella fund, which also reduces the cost. Thirdly, we have access to tap into the different skills because the board of trustees really comprises of people with different backgrounds, different skills, so you get to tap into that skill as well. And again, I spoke about the costs, and what I love about umbrella funds, it also allows different employers to have different strategies. So just because we are under one umbrella does not mean you have to comply. So as a small, medium enterprise, there is really no excuse why you cannot offer retirement benefits for your employees. And why, again, is it important for you to think about the well-being of your employees? Is if people are working for you, you pay them a salary. When they do retire, which they will eventually retire, it then means that they are going to depend on the government of Lesotho to take care of them from a social security perspective. So as employers, we can start building small reserves using different funds such as an umbrella fund to really tap into to unlock those retirement benefits for our employees. And again, as an employer, your employees are your biggest asset because they run your business, So imagine where you, at the end of the year, you tell your employees that, we've contributed X amount towards your future. We've given you this kind of benefit should you fall ill. We've given you this benefit should a loved one fall ill or should a loved one pass away from a risk perspective. From a risk-benefit perspective. So it really does make it exciting for us to have these kind of conversations. And as an employer, I'm now also challenged to think about the well-being of my employee. I currently have one employee and I'm constantly thinking, what happens when she falls ill or what happens should she fall sick? So again, the question I'll pose to employers is, what is your employee value proposition? Why do you want certain employees to come work for you? What makes you different? And again, if you're looking for amazing solutions, you can visit Alliance Insurance, which also sponsored this particular video on the website, and you can follow them on the social media platforms. The website, which I'll also link in the description box below, is www.alliance.co.ls. They have incredible solutions when it comes to risk, retirement, employee benefits. That's the one I was looking for. So do head over. I will link it in the details below. And again, as an employer, drop a comment below and let me know what value proposition do you offer your particular employees. Maybe I can, get an idea or two. And then lastly, remember to like this video, share it, drop a comment below, and most importantly, subscribe. I always say money is an adventure, and let's enjoy the ride. This is Escapes and Money Adventures with TK. Peace.